Best scene, Catatonic Christmas. Exterior, zoo front gate, day. Renowned animal psychiatrist Douglas Fir, PhD, steps out of his car. He is the zoo's answer to the psychologist Fraser of the well-known TV show, complete with suit and elbow patches. Doug is met by Jim Shepherd, a new zoo manager. Jim is 21 years old and fresh out of college.
Well, hello, Jim. What's going on in the world of zoo operations today?
Same old stuff, I guess. Killer the Hawk is at it again.
I've wanted to work with Killer on his kleptomania problem.
Doug opens the passenger door and unbuckles Stoney, a tortoise from a child restraint seat.
I would if I were you. Juan was cleaning a cage, and the next thing he knew, something knocked him unconscious.
That's awful.
When he came to, he was missing his hairpiece, gold front tooth, and 57 cents in change. All the evidence was in the killer's den.
Maybe it's his medication. I'll have to take Killer home tonight for some therapy.
Doug pulls Stoney from the child restraint seat and begins walking to his office with Jim, carrying Stoney like a suitcase by a temporary handle strapped to his shop.
So what's up with Stoney?
Well, the zookeepers were feeding him cactus treats, and peyote somehow ended up in his food again. I found Stoney under the influence and upside down in a patch of flowers. I took him home for rehab. Little guy really had the munchies this morning.
Well, I guess if anyone can find controlled substances, it's Stoney.
Yeah. You know, I've got to see how our favorite chimp, Professor Bumbles, is doing. His wife kicked him out of the den and she's threatening divorce.
Sounds bad. Okay. We'll see you at the office.
Doug walks through the zoo. Exterior, zoo walkway at Chimpanzee Lagoon, day. Doug stops at the Chimpanzee Lagoon Animal Exhibit, where Professor Bumbles is. Doug pulls out a pipe and notebook from his coat. He strikes a pose like Sigmund Freud would.
I just heard about you and Mrs. Bumbles. Now, these things happen. The female chimpanzee mind is a complex and wonderful thing. It might help if cleaned the cage sometime, or maybe offered her some of your carrots. You must romance her. Remember how you picked bugs off one another when you first met? Try to recreate those good times.
A little boy named Billy, followed by his mother, walks up next to Doug.
Look, Mommy! There's the spit monkey!
Now there, young man. This is a chimpanzee. In Latin, he's known as Pan troglodytes. Professor Bumbles resents being called spit monkey. It's a derogatory term to him and tends to cause him mental distress. I understand.
Billy's mother scurries away from the cage with Billy in tow.
Professor, sometimes we have to make a point that animals are important too.
A stream of monkey spit water hits the side of Doug's head. Interior, zoo office, day. Doug enters through the door and checks his mailbox. He waves to Doris, a rough-looking and acting receptionist who's on the phone.
Zoo office. What do you want?
Yeah, can I talk to Mr. Lion?
There is no Mr. Lion here, but we got one in a cage out back.
Now listen, Miss whoever your name is. I need to speak to Mr. Lion and pronto. This note says it's urgent and...
Doris slams the phone down.
Tough day?
Now, don't you start with me.
Interior, Jim's office, day.
Hi, Jim. Oh, I didn't see you were with someone.
Oh, that's okay, Doug. Come on in. Doug, this is Dr. Patel. So, as I was explaining, I don't think there's much we can do right now.
You see, I was dangling my car keys to get the ostrich's attention. He stuck his long neck out of the fence and ate my keys.
Our birds do need more fiber in their diet.
So I need my keys to get home. You need to get one of your veterinarians to cut him open. I could do it.
No, we can't do that. But I'm sure one of our zookeepers will be able to find your keys in a day or two when the ostrich's intestinal tract does its thing.
But you don't understand. They are the keys to my Ferrari. I have to perform surgery in an hour.
Well, if you want, you can wait and watch for the keys to pass through. We've got a cot in the back.
Well then, can you call a taxi to take me to work?
That we can do.
Dr. Patel sadly walks out of the office.
Just another day in the life of a zoo operations manager.
Oh, Jim, I just wanted to see what you were doing tonight. Bunny and I are going to the Ocean View High School homecoming game. Our daughter Pola is the homecoming queen, and our son Leo is on the varsity football team.
I wish I could, but I'm working a second job as a birthday clown, and I've got a gig to do tonight.
Too bad.
Yeah, I haven't been out of college long, and my creditors need those college loans paid back.
No problem. Maybe another time. Perhaps when you're not clowning around, so to speak.
Exterior, Ocean View High School homecoming game, night. The school band plays while a stringer floats pass by. Exterior, football bleachers, close-up of Doug, night. Doug has football shoulder pads on. He is firmly holding on to leather cords attached to the sharp talons of a large hawk named Killer that is perched on his right shoulder. Exterior, full bleacher view, night. Seated next to Doug is his fashionably dressed wife, Bunny. She's petite and attractive, mixed with a heart of gold. No one is near them for 50 feet because the people are afraid of Killer the Hawk.
Another fine night for football. I'm sure glad our high school is the Ocean View Hawks. Otherwise, I might not have been able to get Killer in tonight as their mascot. He's been having trouble stealing things, so make sure you keep your purse out of sight.
Don't worry. If it looks like we've got plenty of room around us to hide things. Look, Doug, there's Pola on the homecoming float.
Doug and Bunny wave. Their twin children, daughter Pola and son Leo, are both seniors in high school. They are enjoying the most important night of their life of high school. Exterior, Pola on the homecoming float, night. Pola is waving and smiling to the crowd until she catches Doug and Bunny waving to her from the bleachers. Her smile disappears. Exterior, football bleachers, night.
Hey, there's Leo.
Leo is teeing up the ball and getting ready to kick off while talking to the referee.
We are really lucky to have such wonderful kids.
All thanks to you, my love.
They both have such wonderful lives ahead of them.
I'd sure bet on it. How about some peanuts? Here comes a vendor.
Close up, referee, night. The football referee's shiny whistle is swinging from a lanyard around his neck. Close up, Killer the Hawk, night. Killer is intently watching the referee's shiny whistle. Exterior, football bleachers, night.
Hey, peanuts here.
A bag of peanuts comes flying to Doug. To catch the peanuts, Doug lets loose of the cords holding Killer the Hawk. Exterior, football field, night. An unharnessed Killer the Hawk flies toward the referee's whistle. The hawk's talons grab the whistle and rip the lanyard off the referee's neck. Killer the Hawk flies back to Doug in the bleachers, but people in the stands scream as Killer the Hawk flies toward them. The hawk is startled and flies upward and lands on a power pole. The metal whistle catches on the wires of the transformer of the power pole. Killer the Hawk screams, and a fireworks-like explosion erupts from the top of the shorted-out transformer. Close up, Doug and Bunny in bleachers, night. Doug and Bunny are showered with sparks and feathers. The lights of the football field and all surrounding areas go out. The stadium goes quiet. Two loud screams pierce the darkness. It is Doug's kids, Pola and Leo.
I do believe that this won't turn out good.